sitting next to me. SirScoots, I've got to put you on the air, man. This is SirScoots. He doesn't have a mic. Let me get a mic. Grab that mic right there. There we go. We'll get him a mic.
Mic check. Check 1, 2.
You're live.
All
right.
Sure, hey, look at the UFragTV.
I know you like that.
I do.
We're like all
some nice stuff,
like
man.
Professional stuff.
Impressive, Shane.
We paid for our dinner with credit cards today, so that makes us officially awesome.
No cash?
No cash.
Nice.
We used to roll out quarters, and we'd have to sit there and wait for them to count the quarters, but, you know, we're moving up.
Very nice. Very nice.
Moving up. So tell everyone what you do and why you're here. I know you're here with Wheat, right?
No, I'm actually not here with Wheat.
Did he come?
Wheat is here. He's doing the emceeing of the Alienware booth.
Gotcha.
So he'll be there all weekend. I'm actually here kind of as a gamer. I have a little bit of work here. I'm the managing director of Team Evil Geniuses.
Right.
So there's no professional tournaments at this event, but we do have some sponsors that are here. So we provide some of our pro players to do some shootouts, to help demo some products. So kind of keeping an eye on them, but I've got other staff doing that. I basically had never been to a PAX, so I wanted to come. I did QuakeCon, I did BlizzCon. I'm like, you know what? There's one more this summer I got to go to.
That's right.
And so it's a lot of catching up with old friends. I do a little bit of sponsor schmooze here and there, but just enjoying it as a gamer, man.
So what do you think of it so far?
I had heard really, really, really good things about it. But obviously I'd never, everyone kept saying it's an E3, but it's for the gamers, not the press and not the bigwigs. And it's exactly what it is. I mean, the booths that the companies have loaded in are the big scale booths you'd see at an E3.
That's right.
And it's packed full of people. I can only imagine come tomorrow, Saturday, no one's at work, this place will be a madhouse. And it already, it takes you a while to get through the Blizzard booth. I mean, there are people upon people. So, quite impressive. And all sorts of different kind of people. You got tabletop people in a different area doing their card games, and they're all their tabletop games. And obviously, everyone's doing their computer stuff. So, really cool.
It is. It's cool. Did you go? You didn't make it to? Oh, you did make it to BlizzCon.
I was at BlizzCon. We chatted briefly. Yeah.
Man.
Wow. Way to remember.
I know
way
that
to
we
remember.
talked, but it was like these things are running together so much that I'm like, was that okay? So when you were there, did you get a chance to play Diablo or StarCraft?
I did not. Actually, that one I was there because Grubby was there playing in Warcraft 3. So I spent pretty much most of my time learning Warcraft 3 and just hanging out with Grubby and Cassandra.
Right.
Saw some people play it. But I'm a pretty hardcore gamer, but I'm not hardcore enough to stand in line for 3 hours to play a game that's really not even going to come out for another year.
Should have come with us. We were going back VIP.
Awesome. See, I didn't know. I didn't know that.
You know how they were like when they get down in the thing, they're like, okay, your 2 minutes are up, get out. They would just let you sit there.
That's
nice. We had sandwiches. We were just doing whatever. Yeah.
So, I didn't get to play. I might actually play it over here a little bit.
Diablo 3.
And someone, I was shout out STO shout out. So Shane didn't give it to you, but I gave it to you.
There you go, STO shout out.
Yeah, whoever that is.
Thanks for looking back.
Yeah, no, I'm keeping an eye on you. I do this for a living too.
That's right.
What you do, so keep an eye in the chat.
Speaking of that, tell everybody.
That's what else I do. Yeah.
Tell everybody what you do for who is SirScoots?
SirScoots is an old guy who doesn't want to stop being a kid.
So.
Oh, I'm older than you probably.
We'll have to
Starts with a 4.
Okay, you're older than me.
All right, enough said. And we'll leave it at that. So who I am is an old school gamer, big Counter-Strike guy. Used to work for GotFrag. I founded and ran GotFragTV for about 2 years. MLG purchased GotFrag in that time, asked a bunch of us eventually to move to New York to help them with their video. Not a New York kind of guy.
No.
I love where I live in Phoenix, so I declined that. Went back on the free market. Now I'm managing director of Team Evil Geniuses. Same time of all that, my good buddy DJ Wheat started doing some podcasts, pro gaming shows. So I've started to help him on the production side of doing live events. Live on 3, we did QuakeCon. We did Devastation's fighting tournament.
Devastation was awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty good, huh?
You guys did an amazing job out there. I watched this the whole weekend, obviously because I know you and I know Wheat, and you guys got, the idea of what we're trying to do, and it was, you guys knocked it out of the park. We did SBO quals.
Yep.
And I had no idea what I was getting myself into. They said, follow us, sit here, and just do it. I'm like, what? So I had never, but you guys knocked it out of the park. I thought you guys.
Well, thanks. And again, I was very lucky. I mean, Marcus, DJ Wheat, has been doing this for years. Has had a variety of companies he's been involved in. I have done the same. So it was kind of our first event to actually put all our heads in production together. And he's obviously very much in front of the camera. I'm kind of very much behind. I do what Shane does. Roughly the same equipment. We're very kindred spirits in what we do. And so Marcus has had a gaming review show called Epileptic Gaming for forever. It started as a radio show years ago. So he does that. I don't really help him with that. I help him with the Live on 3 podcast. It's every Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock Eastern. And then he also does a Call and Brawl, kind of your typical radio call-in show that he does with a buddy called Suma, Robert Suma. Yeah, quite a controversial character in his own right, and they do that on Mondays.
Right.
So that's what I'm doing. EG, doing some streaming, trying to do more events like you're doing, trying to get out there and show the people at home, what this is all about.
Absolutely.
Don't do as much as you do in the sense of like you did Comic-Con, you doing this event.
Right.
We're kind of focusing on like streaming
gaming.
competitive stuff, but
Right.
I like this too. I would, and we talked about that. I wouldn't be
Right.
opposed to bringing some gear and doing these kind of interactions with people.
Well, next time we're going to have a stage, dancing girls,
No.
and 5 blimps.
Five
We're going to
blimps.
have Segway and blimp wars.
See, I want to drive your blimp, but you won't let me drive your blimp. I'm not really happy about it.
I might let you.
Maybe I can drive it later.
I might let you.
I think someone asked in your chat. Yes, I am paid attention to your chat. How would someone get into this business? I guess it would depend on what you mean by the business. Like in the production side, in the broadcasting side, as a pro player,
Right.
running a team. There's all sorts of different ways. I mean, the thing I would say to anybody is figure out what you're passionate about. If it's being a player, if it's being the best Counter-Striker or the best WoW guy, then go for that. If it's the production side of it, get a microphone, start doing a podcast, start getting with guys like Shane. Yeah, and if you're interested in the team side of it, it's definitely a tough road. I mean, sponsors are a tough thing to get, and you can't have a team if you can't fly them around.
That's right.
But if you're a bunch of players, that's the first way to start is take your team from playing every Tuesday night online to figuring out how you can get a couple $1,000s for airline tickets.
Yeah.
And go to an event and start playing against the big boys.
I'm going to add to that, too.
Absolutely.
If you do want to be a pro gamer, learn how to spell and how to write a proper email proposal. You know how many emails I get a day with like 18 paragraphs all bundled into one, no periods, no spaces, no capitalization, and they say it's just and what kills me, this is the one that gets me too. I can deal with some of that. The ones that get me is they go, we're thinking of putting together a team. Will you give us money?
Yeah. We haven't done anything yet. But if you give us some money, we'll be able to do something.
Do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest problem.
The reason why I say that, guys, is there is a lot of hard work that you have to do on yourself. You have to be dedicated and get out there and make a name for yourself, at least a little bit, before you approach anybody. Don't think in a million years that somebody's just going to pick you up, say, here's $5,000, go to an event.
I mean,
it's not going to happen.
I think if you're a team or an organization with teams, and I used to get this question a lot when I was with UFrag. I'd have friends that would say, hey, look at my proposal, same kind of thing. Look at my PowerPoint. I'm going to send this to SteelSeries. I'm going to send this to Intel. And 99% of it was always, and you, Intel, will give us this. And
And
the
we will
very
give
bottom,
this.
you get a logo on our website and you get a logo on our shirt.
Right.
And it absolutely has to be the opposite.
Right.
You need to provide more for that sponsor than that sponsor is going to provide for you. They need your help to be in gaming. They're looking to you for all sorts of ideas, and they don't want a logo on a website. They don't want a logo on a shirt. They want to help with advertising campaigns. How do we reach this gamer? How do we do this? What communities are out there? So you have to sell yourself, and yourself is not, hey, I'm a really good gamer. It's a business at the end of this. Tiger Woods makes more money from his sponsors and partners.
He's clarifying. Okay, just to specify a bit on my previous question of production media, development, design paths, the gaming business. Wow, that was like a whole bunch in one thing.
Okay, hang on, I'm reading this here. Okay, so I'm going to answer first off by what the person below you said. You have to work your ass off.
Exactly.
No doubt about that.
And I'm going to answer right below that and says you need to eat a sandwich.
And a sandwich.
Oh, wait, that's not even related.
Sandwich. You want a sandwich?
No.
So you're talking about doing what we do, I guess, in that sense, or production.
Right.
If you haven't already started yet, I would suggest that you reach out to those that are already doing it.
Right.
There's a lot of good organizations that, and I'm on UFrag, so I'm not going to mention anybody else, but there's tons of people that, some have picked just Quake games. I mean, there's tons of, people looking for good help. So if you're an aspiring broadcaster, you want to be the next DJ Wheat or the next Tasteless, start doing it.
That's right.
And volunteer your time to these guys and say, hey, I can do this, this, and this, but I have no idea how to do this stuff.
Right.
And guys like Shane and I are all about helping you all get better at it.
That's right.
Same thing with marketing.